What is up, everybody? Welcome to the play test of the Nike Hypervenom Phantom Regen. Now, you guys have probably clicked on the video and thought, oh no, another guy that's gonna tell me how these new ones compare to the old ones. Well, if you're here for that, I've never tried the old ones. So this is a very much literal first impressions of Nike Hypervenoms, but these are the remakes, which were very, very hard to get. If you guys were able to get a pair, let me know down in the comments, because holy cow, they sold out like that because of the freaking bots. But if you saw the unboxing video, it comes with this boot bag. The color of it's pretty cool, kind of like I said, kind of reminds me of a pumpkin, but boot bag, always nice. Nothing crazy here, just a regular Nike boot bag. And then these bad boys, oh my goodness. I'm actually so curious to how these are gonna fit on my feet, because I mean, I'm pretty sure we've all seen it, but I saw J Mike's video and he said Unisport, he said that the upper had a little bit of space in it, and I like my boots nice and tight, so I'm hoping this is what this provides. But dude, this is, oh my goodness, I can't stop yapping. I'm just gonna get these on. Let's get this first slide in on. Ooh, hold on. Let me undo the laces a little bit more. I want a nice, clean slide in. Okay. Whoa, this tongue is nice. It feels, like I said in the unboxing video, it's got the honeycomb material all throughout the boot. Ooh. Okay, yeah, so there is a little bit of space there, but not enough to annoy the crap out of me. So I think it's doable, thankfully. These, I think the best first impression that I can give you is they feel like an OG boot. And by what I mean by that is that it just feels not as modern as most boots do. Like most boots now have the sock-like tongue. These have the regular U-throat tongue, which is very nice. Although, like I said in other videos before, I really dislike when the tongue just goes off to the side like that after like a session. So I ain't gonna lie, I've seen pros wear them and the tongue is to the side like that, so I think that's what these are gonna do. But let's get this left one in. Oh yeah, that's so satisfying. Hold. Get this tongue flattened out. It's kind of bunched up in my foot right there. That's another downside of tongues like this. You got to really make sure they're flat so they don't hurt your foot. Okay. All right. Very comfortable off the bat, I ain't gonna lie. As you just saw, I'm like readjusting the tongue already. That's gonna be annoying, but it is what it is, you know. All right. Let's see how these actually just feel walking around. Now, when these were first released, I believe, like not these, but the OGs, I believe they're an agility boot. I've never had the chance to try an agility boot, but I can already tell you this is super comfortable to walk around in on AG with this Hypervenom 3 sole plate, which also I have never had the chance to try. But let's get first touch on the ball to see how this nikeskin feels, because from what I've heard from other creators, this nikeskin is just so comfortable on the ball, gives a nice grip feeling to it. So let's try it. Oh yeah. Oh, that is so seamless. They feel kind of like exactly how I expected them to feel, just by having them in hand. Oh, that was terrible. You get a very nice grip on the ball. Nothing insane, but enough to where it's comfortable. Oh, maybe actually a little bit insane. I almost tripped over the ball there. And the whole upper kind of provides that, but the nikeskin itself, so like there's even a little bit of grip here in the back. Not sure how practical that's really gonna be, but as far as like the nikeskin itself, it does feel very, very nice on the ball. And the boots also feel very lightweight on my feet. This heel area, like I explained in the unboxing video, it didn't look like there was very much padding, although the material on the actual heel area felt a little bit like it had some sort of grip to it, which I think kind of makes up for not having that extra padding for lockdown. It's not insane. I mean, I haven't really moved too much around with them, but it doesn't feel as insane. Nice, that felt really good. An insane amount of lockdown. If anything, I am getting some pressure points from the material here in my ankle when I just kick there. I'm gonna say that's just a part of how OG boots felt, which this is a remake of an OG boot, so it's just, that's what it's gonna do. Let's all pause for a second. Not the actual video, but let's just pause and admire how these boots look. Did you imagine yourself in 2025 watching a video of some random bald dude testing testing the Nike Hypervenom ones? Me personally, no, not really. I can't get over how light these feel on feet. Let's go. Now let's hope these boots don't absolutely explode as I play on them in turf, because the OGs with that OG sole plate, or just any OG boots in general, they explode, but that's just because they were made such a long time ago. Yeah, the nikeskin on the upper, which if I am correct, is essentially just the orange part of the boot, and I believe probably this bit as well with the laces, or sorry, the Nike swoosh. It's very comfortable to shoot with. Also gives a very confident feel on the ball. I am gonna say, let's just fully talk sole plate right now. One, sole plate color is freaking sick. I don't think it has a chrome finish, but I had to listen to it. The studs themselves feel so comfortable on AG. I've worn very, very aggressive boots before, like the Under Armour Shadow Elite. And honestly, some of these studs are pretty bladed, like the outer studs right here. Stud length as well seems pretty fair. That's the best left foot shot you'll ever see from me. Stud length is really nice. Not too long, not too short. If anything, it kind of feels like the stud length that the GX2 AG plate has. Let's try and hit the top right corner with this one. Oh man, that ball is moving way too slow for me to get in under it. It is probably like 80 degrees out here. These just came out. Perfect timing for the summertime. It's got a good amount of black on them, so your feet are gonna burn. I'm wearing white socks, but hot day on a turf field is just due for some very, very hot feet. And with that being said, I'm hoping the sole plate and the upper doesn't separate, hoping that glue stays together. Let's aim for that top corner again. Nowhere close. Let's take some free kicks. Now, as always, I am not very wide-footed, but I am a wide-footed player. This nikeskin upper and just the material that the upper is made out of is accommodating my wide foot very well. I think also that U-throat tongue is helping a lot for my foot to just expand, because the upper has more room to just open and close. Yeah, as far as pressure points, I'm feeling the same pressure points that I normally always do here on the sides of my feet. That's just on every single boot that I've tested, so that's normal. The heel, it's kind of hurting. I feel like if I wore this for a real like training video, stay tuned for that, like I'd get blisters or my heel would just bust open and there'll be blood everywhere. So it low-key kind of hurts, and that's on both heels. So yeah, these might take some breaking into as far as the heel area. Let's aim for that top right. Way too top. Once again. Just a little bit lower. Third time is the charm. Now that one was just way too low. So as you guys know, I only do honest boot reviews on this channel. And as I've said before, I by no means am an expert in boots. Can't even do it around the world properly, but I think I've tested enough boots to where I can give you an honest, truthful opinion with how a boot feels. And these, apart from all of the hype, I am getting a ton of pressure points everywhere. I know like 2 minutes ago I just said that I didn't. The more I walk around in them, the more I'm getting a hot spot right here on my big toes. Whenever I crunch my foot like this, getting some pressure points right there with the laces. Heel area, feeling some pressure points. Like I said, that might just be because it's almost like a one-to-one remake of the OGs, and older boots just, in my opinion, absolutely destroyed your feet. Yeah, so that sucks. Okay, can we hit that top right? No, it's the wind, it's picking it up. That's better, that's better. Trying to manipulate the wind here. Man, so close. As far as slippage overall, the only spots I'm really feeling any sort of slippage are in the heel area. I think the insole on these boots are made well enough to where there's not really too much slippage, because I haven't really felt any, and I'm wearing regular Nike socks and not grip socks. Honestly though, I kind of get the hype around these. Like I said so many times in the video, I never had the chance to try the OGs, but these, just looking at them, just gives you a really big feeling of nostalgia. And I think that might play a factor with how good people are rating these boots, especially if they've tried them before. I've never tried the OGs before, as I said probably thousands of times already in the video, and you're tired of it. But needless to say, I'm liking them. I'm gonna take 4 more shots, try to hit that top left corner, and I'm gonna give you my final thoughts on these. At least it's going on target. These videos are purposed for me to just try on the boots for the very first time, give you a very raw first impressions. More detailed, specific things about the boots will come in the 1-month review after I've worn them for a month, so I can give you a very more well thought out opinion on them. This video is just kind of shooting around, holy cow, these boots feel good, or holy cow, these boots suck ass. Oh, how does that happen? This ball is all messed up. It's got a tumor on it. Let me give you my final thoughts. Alrighty, final thoughts on the Nike Hypervenom 1 Regen. I'm not gonna lie, these are very good boots. Do they match the hype that everybody was giving them? I ain't gonna lie, no. These I don't think you should pay more than retail for these. I understand there are resellers that need to make money, or that's their business, although they're very good. I just don't think they're as amazing as everybody is saying they are, in my opinion. But like I said, this might get me a lot of heat. I am no pro. I just slapped these on for the first time, give you my honest opinion on how they feel. And as you can see, like the tongue, like I said, a little bit going over to the left, exposing my foot right there. That's something I don't like. That being said, these by no means are going to go for sale. I am keeping these. These are still very good, but they're not as good as everybody hyped them up to be. Kind of speaking on me taking the shoes off just now, the Mercurials, like I said in the unboxing video, the insole is just so very cheap feeling. Every time I take my foot out of the boot, the insole just kind of folds in with it, and that didn't happen with these, so that's a very good sign. Although I am going to say, after one play test, you saw like I was out here 40 minutes just shooting around, moving around. The upper has completely almost broken into, is what it feels like. And I think the biggest part that's gonna need broken into with these is gonna be the heel area. I was getting some really bad hot spots in the heel. What am I gonna rate these out of 10? Man, I am gonna get so much heat for this. These are an 8 out of 10. Yeah, we'll stick with that. They're very good. For different reasons, these are an 8 out of 10 because they were so hyped up, so I was expecting so much more from them. That's why. They're still very good boots, and if you have the chance to get them for retail or just above retail, I would not pay more than $300 for these. I would say get them. And if you got the Hydras, those look pretty sick, I ain't gonna lie. The color changing ones, I really wanted a pair, but unfortunately bots bought them within like a millisecond. But yeah, let me know down in the comments if you guys had the chance to get yourself a pair, and if you did, what do you think? And did you guys have the OGs, and how do they compare to the OGs for you? But for me personally, a very good boot. It just feels like an old boot that needs breaking into, especially from here down, because so many hot spots. With that being said, don't forget to go down, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like these, more honest opinions, because I know a bunch of people have said these are absolutely amazing, which they are amazing, just not as hyped as everybody said they were. But yeah, like the video as well, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Damn, they're good, but